friends. Today on Lifestyles of the Tired and Autistic, I am going to show you my humble houseplant collection, so please stick around. Hi friends, my name is Claire and this is my channel, Woodshed Theory. Here I talk about what it's like to live as an adult on the autism spectrum and whatever else feels good to me. So if that sounds good to you, or if you're feeling particularly gracious today, and I hope that you are, please go ahead and click the subscribe button. Ring the bell. My friends, we hit 500 subscribers this week, so I just wanted to take a quick pause and say thank you so much. The last 100 subscribers came so quickly, and it really has renewed my passion and excitement about the channel, so I can't wait to see what happens next. Did I mention I put out videos 3 times a week? So today I just wanted to do a quick video on what houseplants that I have. I realized that I don't have a very impressive collection if you look at other houseplant videos on the internet, but I don't really care. I love houseplants. I have gotten much more into them over the past 6 months, and I'm really starting to see some growth in my collection, and my plants are doing better than they ever have now that they've adjusted to their new life in our new place. So I just wanted to walk you through just a few shots of what I have and any little stories that go along with the plants, how they've been growing. Mostly because I, surprise, have autism, am autistic, whatever way you prefer to say it, and I love to curate things and collect things. And one of my special interests is plants, and I want to be able to share that joy and passion with people. So here we are. So I will now cut to me doing my quick houseplant tour, and I hope that you really, really enjoy it. So just wanted to give you a quick shot of this vignette. I realize that it's a couch and some houseplants, but this is just where I film Porch Coffee. I finally got this little table here, and I got it for $10 at Savers, and then gave it a big old outdoor paint makeover in black. I think it does the job nicely. It was my goal to be able to sit and put my coffee down. So I'm just excited about that, so I thought I would share. Down here we have an asparagus fern. I got it on clearance. It was a huge basket. It did die back, but still hanging in there, and I think it's gonna grow up pretty nice in this spot. This is a dragon fruit that I got for free at a plant sale along with my purchase. And this whole piece right here is brand new. So it's actually doing pretty well. Excited about that. So I know that this is not a typical houseplant to have a geranium, but I call this my geranium bonsai. This is definitely the oldest plant that I have. And I keep one because my father always kept one and said that his father liked it. And now I keep it because it reminds me of my family. This is a new addition to my home. It is a variegated umbrella tree. I think you've probably seen it in the back of some of my more recent videos. And if you look really close, it's getting some new babies. We love to see a happy plant. Very happy with that one. Here we have a Philodendron Brazil that I picked up at Trader Joe's. It is finally starting to put out a lot of new growth. I have a almost half moon leaf here and a full moon leaf here, so that will probably die, but they've been getting some good new leaves in with good variegation, so it's been fun to watch. I'm kind of new to the philodendron game, but I love them. This is my Pilea peperomoides that I also got from Trader Joe's. Can you believe that with the pot, it was, I think, only $6? And I can't believe it was around this big when I got it, but it's just kept growing. And there's a baby plant there, so I need to figure out how to get that into another pot so I can gift it to a friend. And here's one of my absolute favorites, and that is the rabbit foot fern. It grows these little rabbit foot crawlers out of the bottom, and then the fern comes up from that. And I have just loved this. It's been pretty easy care, and it's so beautiful. And I love the ugly little rabbit feet. Here in this window, I have a birkin that has not taken off that well. It's reverting. It's still pretty, but just doesn't have that white stripe. Definitely have showed this one before. It's an Oxalis triangularis. Having trouble in the new place finding a spot where it likes the sun that it's getting, but it has consistently put out new growth. And this is the one that I accidentally poured vinegar on one morning, and it all died back and then grew back in. So I don't have super high expectations for it. Here we have a spider plant cutting that a dear friend traded me. I have this sad looking baby toes, which I've had for a really long time. And the reason that it looks so disheveled is our puppy knocked it over and broke its beautiful little vase that it had been in forever. And I haven't set it back up in a nice way yet, so gotta fix that. Here is my ruby cascade. It does okay in this light, but maybe I should move it and see if it does better somewhere else. And then this is a spider plant variegated that I purchased a long time ago as really just a single shoot, so it's grown in okay. And I love this little
hello
happy lady that it's planted in. So sweet. I don't know if it's gonna show up that well right now, but this is my Philodendron, is it cordatum? It's your average heart-shaped leaf philodendron. I got it from Lowe's for like $3, very small, and it's just been growing lovely in this window, and I can't wait until it starts trailing. The only real growing plant I have in the bathroom right now is this guy. He is new. Got him at Lowe's for $7 on clearance with the pot. This, of course, is a Peperomia obtusifolia variegata, and I've wanted one for a while, but I was waiting for the right price, and I finally found it. The other living thing in my restroom right now is this beautiful rose that just bloomed in our garden the other day. And for me, I like to cut flowers from the garden and bring them inside because you spend so much time caring for them and watering them, and it's just nice to be able to enjoy them more during the day. This is a newer acquisition as well. This is my Monstera deliciosa. Any advice on how to get the leaf to open quicker? Because I have been singing to this darn thing for 2 weeks and nothing. So if you have any advice, please help. Here we have two things. This, I believe, is a mother of thousands, which they accidentally had growing in this pot, so I've just left it because why not? And then down the side here is my string of spades, which has just grown so much since I got it, and that makes me very, very happy. I love this little plant shelf setup that I was able to put near one of my windows. So the plant shelf has kind of been evolving. I have mixed it in with things from my travels from around the world. Up here is supposedly a marble queen Pothos, and it is starting to come in more marbly, so I'm happy about that. And it's doing great, as you can see, just growing like crazy. This I've had for a really long time as well, and that's my Pothos Enjoy. You can tell it's an Enjoy, obviously by the white and green leaves, but the leaves are a lot smaller on the Enjoy. And for me, they've grown a little bit slower. Down here, we have a dying angel vine. And honestly, I am starting to not care that it's dying because I feel like I put a lot of work into making sure it's watered and it dies anyway. So I think it has something to do with the size of the pot and where it is, but probably not long for this world. It's a pity though, because I love ferns and delicate plants, but not all of them are so easy to take care of. Oh, this is a treat. This is my first ever Hoya. And of course I get a weird one. This is a Hoya linearis. It's got a lot of new growth on it. And they told me when I purchased it that you can tell when it's time to water when these scissors here kind of fall a little bit. I just watered her, so she's had a bunch of new growth come in. This dude I've also had for a long time as well. Ignore the little burnt leaf. I just moved him up here. It is a Peperomia frost. It's not as frosty as when I first got it, but it has done super well since I've gotten it. Lots of flowers, which if you don't know are the silly little spikes that come out are the flowers. And I don't know, makes me happy. This is probably my saddest plant. And I actually bought this as a gift for a dear friend. And when she was moving out of town, she gave it back to me to take care of. It's my fiddle. His name is Steve, and he hadn't grown a new leaf in a year, so I thought I'd put him outside to give him some more sun, and all of his leaves burned off, so pray for Steve. Here on this ledge, I have kind of a mix of things, but they're all trailing and kind of picking up steam. This is my Addisonii, which I bought in a 2-inch pot, and I have replanted it and it has taken off. The leaves are coming out every other week and it has done wonders for my mood. So if you do not have one of these, I highly suggest getting an Addisonii. This is my silverleaf Syndapsis. It was one long just kind of shoot when I got it, and it wasn't doing well. After getting some advice from a houseplant friend, I cut it up into pieces and rooted all the pieces out, and I've replanted it in this container. So I'm hoping that it will do a lot better this time. I feel like I know it better, and I think maybe it'll do better. This sad baby is just my Tetrasperma rapidophora, the TR. You can see it does have a leaf with some variegation, or not variegation, some fenestrations on it, but it got a little burnt when I bought it, but there's finally new leaves growing in. This is the juvenile form. So soon we should be kind of off to the races with the Tetrasperma. This is my other Pride and Joy, which has not grown any leaves since I bought it. The damage is from the day I brought it home. And it is a Mandula Pothos. And it just has the prettiest variegation on it. I can't wait to see it grow up and grow new leaves. And it's different than the Marble Queen. It's kind of more of a muddled variegation than a white and green. There is a little white in there, but it's more like a splash variegation, and I just love that. Cannot wait. Please grow. I just moved it so that it could get more light in this window, and I'm hoping that that will help. So here is everything I have in my kitchen right now. I'll pull out for you. I don't have as much as I used to. It's either that things got moved or died. Back here I have my 2 carnivorous plants. We have the just your regular Venus flytrap, and then this is a pitcher plant that is hanging on but not thriving. I think my next step is to get it a cloche so it can have more consistent humidity, because when it is thriving, it's beautiful, and I'd like to see that happen. These 2 are caladiums that I got doing a plant cuttings trade with a friend, and they are putting out new babies and doing pretty okay. It's my first foray into caladium, so wish me luck, but they're so beautiful. I mean, look at this. Lovely. Beautiful. This guy I find so interesting. When I saw him, I couldn't let him go. It is called a snow white waffle plant. And snow white waffle is just so fun to say that I had to buy him. He was only less than $3. He has grown a little bit. This one's a little bit more tricky to take care of. They do like wet soil, but because of the waffly nature of the leaves, it's kind of hard to tell when it needs a drink. This is my first ever Pilea peperomoides. I bought it in a 2-inch pot, and it struggled for a while. Now I have it in, I believe, an east-facing window, and it's doing awesome. So cute little baby there. Makes me happy. Here are some growth projects that I've been doing in the kitchen. This is a baby strawberry. This is probably a weed. So only one of the strawberry plants germinated. This is a sweet gift from a friend. So I've just been watering that baby and hoping that we get a strawberry eventually. This was also a gift from the same friend. It was a cactus growing kit, and I hope that you can see that it's got 2 little cacti growing up. They've just started to get their first spines, and I'm just so pleased about it. I squealed like a schoolgirl when I saw that they had germinated. I cannot believe I've never grown a cactus. I own a few, but this is just different level Mother Nature stuff. I took these out of their lovely window for you so that you could see them better. This is my string of collection. I do have some other things hanging in baskets outside. I've got another string of dolphins, a burro's tail, and a very large string of bananas. But this one, or this collection, stays inside. This is my variegated string of pearls. It might not look like much. This is better than any string of pearls in my history of keeping string of pearls and killing them. This is the best one has ever done. It's actually grown some, which I've never done. Usually I just buy them and then they die. I've been working so hard to figure out string of plants and keep them alive. This is one of my prides and joys, variegated string of hearts that is doing well. This is my second one. First one died. Oh my gosh, that's a lie. This is my third one. I love this one. It came with 5 nodes in the pot, so it's growing in pretty quickly, and I think I'm keeping up with it okay. All of these need to be watered today. This one's not going as well. This is my smaller string of dolphins. I have realized that string of dolphins wants more water than I'm giving it, so there is a little bit of new growth on here since I started giving it more water, but I just need to keep up with it because I think these are very different than a normal like Echeveria succulent or something like that, jade. This needs more water. In general, I think they all do, but this one seems to be pretty thirsty. It dries out pretty quickly. Here we go, we got a string of watermelons. I don't think it's that uncommon, but I don't see them much anywhere. And I like to find, maybe I can show you one that looks more like a watermelon. That one kind of does with the stripes on it. And I just like to squeeze them. If you can squeeze them and you feel it moving, then it's time to water. But they should be pretty plump. Finally, this is my string of turtles, which is a type of peperomia, not a succulent. And it's not doing great, but if you can see, that penny was supposed to go to my mom as a souvenir probably 7 years ago. Oh well. So as you can see, we do have some growth coming in. I have, again, been doing a lot of research and study on how to keep these plants so they don't die. And this one has been doing a lot better. Totally almost forgot this beauty, another one of my favorites. It is a Peperomia Hope. And it's just doing great. And I love it because it's got these thick round leaves. Yeah, so I'm very glad that I have this one. It makes me happy and I love having it around. It grows well, it doesn't need a lot of care. Highly recommended. Get yourself one. Okay, final two plants I just moved over so we can see them better. I have these up on a shelf. This is brand new. Just brought them home this week. And this is my new micans. I have another micans in my propagation station. And let's just say it's not doing great. And then this is just your everyday golden pothos. And it does have more leaves down here, but just a boring golden pothos. It's bouncing back as well. These are my 4 different types of Tradescandia. I realized that they've been doing better outside, so I've moved them. They were all suffering, I'm learning, so I have all 4 types outside now. My favorite, of course, being the Nanook, so beautiful. I can't wait to grow this big so I can give some to my friends. And then finally, just this little snake plant that my good friend gave to me in a trade. If you have other friends who love plants, it is the best thing ever. Trading plants with your friends, getting more plants, giving more plants. Lovely. So friends, that is really it for me today. I hope that you enjoyed seeing my plant collection and hearing a little bit more about my plants. I know plants aren't for everyone, but I also know that I enjoy watching people talk about their plants. I know that this is not like a crazy plant collection like I see online all the time. I'm a novice, but I really do enjoy it, so I hope that you did as well. Do you collect anything? If you collect plants, what are some of your favorite house plants? And I hope that I will see you on Monday. Have a good weekend. Bye.